Good afternoon. This is Carolyn Page, and Gary and I are SuperStar directors, and we've been with Scentsy since October of 2007. And so you have a new recruit. Now what? Well, I'm going to try to get these PowerPoint slides on here for you. If I do the share screen, yes, here they are. Share. Okay. So it's not sharing. There we go. There we are. Yay. All right. So normal. Is this normal? Y'all bear with me, okay? Here we go. We're going to do it this way. Yeah. We're going to do it that way. All right. So you have a new recruit. Now what? What are you going to do next? What we normally do when we get a new recruit is we send them an email for welcoming. And here we go right here. And we use this, I change it up for when it's our personal recruit or if it's a team member, okay? But what we do is we let them know who we are, let them know that they need to be watching for their kit, that they have goals to meet, and we invite them to join our team page. And also we give them an incentive. And notice we only do this after they've joined because it's against the rules to do it before, okay? So if they'll sell 1,000 in their first 30 days, we'll send them a set of testers. I have many testers on here. I need to upgrade that. There's been lots of changes, of course, we all know, since we started selling with the different things. It's actually easier now for a new consultant, easier than ever for them to get on there and do what they need to do, right? So anyway, here's our welcome email. And let me flip over here. See if, too many. There we go. Now, whenever they get on their workstation, they have the first things first. So that kind of gives them their in-service. What we used to do is I would schedule a time, and either if they were local, they could come over and I would show them their workstation, or we get on the phone. And I have been, Gary, driving down the road, and I have been driving down the road and tell people I can go over their workstation with them because, you know, we knew where all the tabs were. But what we do is we have them open each one of their tabs and tell them how they're going to be using that in their business. Try not to overwhelm them, but just let them know that, you know, this is what this is for. This is the account tab. You go in, and we have the scent and warmer of the month if you want to join that, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So then it would take about 20 minutes or less to go over that, but while we were talking with them, we encouraged them to go ahead and schedule a launch party. We actually have one we're going to go to on Saturday in Lexington with one of our new recruits. But we all know how more successful consultants tend to be when they do their launch party. And so we encourage them to make their list of 100, invite everybody they ever knew, and do like an open house style if that's what they need to do, okay? And we've traveled and done them, but don't feel bad if they're far off and you can't get there to help them. You're there by phone, they can text you, they can, you know, you can get on FaceTime, whatever, and you're there for them. The other main thing that we remind them to do is before they put in their first order is, before they hit send, is to contact us and let us look and make sure that they've taken everything they need to take, especially the perpetual party rewards, because I even forget to do those sometimes when I get tore up. So, and like today with Darth Vader, I was getting a little tore up. But anyway, I digress. On the launch party, encourage them to do that and help them out as much as you can with that. then back to first things first. This is what actually comes up on their screen now for them. So it lets them know that it gives them a tour of their workstation. It shows them their website, tells them to go in and customize their website, put their story on there, tell them to be sure and load a picture as well of themselves, so that you know, if somebody does look wanting to join their team or even buy from them, it's made all the difference in the world if they had a picture and a story. We've had people join because of our story. So go in and remind them to go in and create a party, have an open party at all times on their website, and then direct people to that link. And let's see, let's go to the next screen. Yeah, part of the, I hope this is all there for you guys, because part of it's covered up for me. But this tells them about the 15 days, the Shooting Star Award, and the Sensational Start. That warmer is so pretty. And then their trophy that they get. That's awesome. But all of this is there for them. This is actually in their consultant startup guide. If they'll open it and look at it, they'll see this stuff in there, okay? Let me go one more time. And the new consultant awards, it tells them about their Shooting Star Award, and then it tells them about Sensational Start Award and what needs to be done to do level 1, 2, and 3. Go over that with them and encourage them to, number one, encourage them to get their 500 in their first 15 days. And I tell them that, okay, you can buy a kit for $200. If you don't have the money to buy the kit, you can brag that you got the Shooting Star Award, okay? You've got the bragging rights. And then I encourage them to go for the Sensational Start, where they can earn product credit to help them with their business, okay, where they can turn around and do that. This also, this on the screen is found in the new consultant startup guide. And what we've got next. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to let you know that our sponsor, she flew from Utah to help us get started. She brought 6 warmers. Of course, they had dinosaurs back then too in 07, right? But she brought 6 warmers with her, and she set up and talked with us about the business. I actually felt very intimidated the next day after our launch party, when we were all sitting around the table talking about all the different things about business, and she was throwing out this Scentsy jargon to me and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, I work for a doctor. I run a medical office. I don't think I can do this. But it was like a couple of weeks later, I felt real comfy with it. And so then my sister, she signed up under us. She did her launch party like later, and she was feeling the same way. And I told her, I said, don't worry about this. It's a lot of information overload, but it'll all fall into place once you start placing your orders and you start working with this. And sure enough, she felt better about it. So wanted to tell you also, on all of our new recruits, this is something we do for them. We send them a little fat notebook, and some of them I've been writing on the inside, but this notebook is for you to keep with you at all times, to write down your mileage when you're going to Walmart or wherever. Write down your mileage, because that's what's going to save you at tax time, right? And also write down date and write down all of your orders. When people call you, you know, pull over on the side of the road, write down their order, date it, and then when you get home and you go through your book, you can just mark off everything that you've gotten, you know, as you've gotten it taken care of. That's what I do personally. Every day, I actually have my planner as my calendar planner, and it looks messy as all get out. I've got one for every year that we've been doing this. And whenever I get home, I sit down with my workstation and I enter their orders and whatever I need to do from that day. I pull what stock I've got so I can sell it to them if I want to do it that way, but I enter their orders and then I mark it off. But I can also refer back to that. I've got it written down. So they get a little fat notebook, they get an ink pen, they get a bank bag from us, and they also get this. I may have two of them here too when I picked them up. But this is a candy mold that we get from Hobby Lobby. And Gary has a video that he made. He shows them how to make the samples. Samples is the word I was looking for. But anyway, this candy mold, it makes 64. They're small, doesn't take up a lot of wax. We use about 3 bars a month out of our scent of the month to make ours. That's a whole nother video. But we send this to our new recruits for them to be able to make the samples. Of course, they're getting the ones from the company, but those are really deep. And if they want to use them, great, but I tell them don't fill them up because that's a lot of wax. That's a whole lot of wax. You don't have to give away the farm. That's the other thing. You need to relate to people. They don't have to give away the farm to have their business, okay? And our people that we've done it with, we've sent these to team members as well in the past, but then not so much. If they're really active, I may send them. I don't always send them to all of the team members, but for sure our new recruits get them, okay? If the team members are responding to our emails or getting back in touch with us, then I'll probably send them something along that line, okay? But there again, don't break the bank trying to do something. A very successful SuperStar director that's not in our family, our group, she laughed at there was a thread about how they gave this and that. Different SuperStar directors were talking about what they gave to their new team members and stuff. And she was like, we don't give them anything. And it's like, oh, food for thought. But anyway, just wanted to share what we give them, okay? And as upline directors, SuperStar directors, we send a little note to our downline members, just letting them know that we're here and making sure that everyone joins, who joins the Scentsy family, our Scentsy family, that we reach out to them in some way. So we send them a little blurb email that says, we just want to introduce ourselves and we're here, your upline SuperStar directors, and we're here if you need us. And welcome to our Scentsy family. And I have read where other consultants have said, oh, I never hear from anybody. I've never heard from my SuperStar director. Well, if ours will open their emails, then they've heard from us, okay? We check our performance tab every day to see who has joined our group. And once we see who they are and where they are in the organization, then I'll shoot them an email that's appropriate for either one or the other, either being on our team or being in our group. And we try to stay in contact with our team members as well as our downline group members. We do a monthly stats report. I used to call it the newsletter, but now I just call it the stats report. We let them know who's had, well, we do top sales. We do that. And I don't say how much they sell. I just say what category they fall in. And then we also tell them who the new recruits are, who got the new recruits, and who they are. And we welcome them. And just something to keep the networking going. Also, on our team page on Facebook. We keep some interaction going there. I post whatever updates are there, whatnot. And I also let them all know that Gary and I are available by text, phone, email, whatever, messenger, and that if we don't get back to them, something bad's happened, okay? So they know that. But I hope that this information I'm giving you has been helpful. One thing that you can share, this numbers needed to promote, you can share that later, I would think. Don't overwhelm them, but you can share this with them as well. That will help. I've got another one called Streams of Income. It's really, really old. Michelle gave it to me when we first joined. And then I saw this one somebody posted the other day, and I thought, oh, this will work. Diane may have posted this. But anyway, I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I hope I didn't forget anything. I got a little frazzled over Darth Vader, and so, and then trying to get my PowerPoint on here for you. Let's see if I can get there, get back up here. Anyway, if I hit escape on that one, here we go. Full screen. It's not going to do it. Screen share. I need to get rid of that, don't I? Stop the share. There we go. So y'all know I'm crazy, and I hope all this has been helpful for you, and I'm open to any suggestions you might have, and I'm going to get off of here, okay? Thank you so much. I hope y'all get something out of this, okay? Thanks.